Okay, so I'm quickly just going over some features I added since the add-on released. First of all, there's a cooldown checker, which you can enable here. It lets you automatically check the cooldown status of whatever spell or item you want on ready check. Like if it's too long of a cooldown and you wouldn't have it up in time, it will alert your raid. It will post in raid chat, hey, this spell is still on cooldown for this many seconds. Obviously, rejuvenation makes no sense. Think of it whatever you want. They're saved by specialization, so you can add them for other characters in preparation, to spell or item. Offset means if it's a negative offset, that means you're using it, in this case, 5 seconds after the pull. If it's a positive offset, it means I'm using it 10 seconds, whatever, how many seconds before the pull. Like, because that obviously makes a difference, like how the cooldown should be checked. Then you can select the pull timer of your guild. I recommend setting this a little bit higher than the actual pull timer because obviously the pull timer is not going out instantly after the ready check. Maybe 5 seconds higher works, whatever. And if you want to use this setting, it would automatically unready you if you have a cooldown that's too long. Now I probably won't be using this because like if you're in a heroic run and right, I don't want to instantly unready only because the thing is on CD. It's fine. It posts in raid chat. The raid leader can then decide, hey, does this matter? Do we wait for this or not? And yeah, but it's there to use if you really want to. Okay, that's the cooldown checker. Then we have the automated weak aura imports, kind of. First of all, this one, it will automatically import and update my current season's raid week auras. Now, this requires you to have the add-on up to date. I will push any updates to like assignment auras to the add-on. Maybe it's gonna take like I'm not gonna do it mid raid, but like after our raid is done, the add-on will be updated with assignment auras. So whenever you reload or you log in, the add-on will automatically import these raid week auras for you, or like it will prompt you to import them. Let's say I just deleted them. Now I reload, and on reload, I will get this pop-up telling me, hey, you need to import this. And then there's this one. This will let you decide additional whitelisted weak auras that you want to behave like this as well. Now, if you're using this does require the weak aura companion to get the data, right? Because obviously the add-on can't have all weak aura data. But let's say this is a weak aura we use in our guild. I just intentionally imported an older version of this before this, right? So you get the idea. Now I reload, and because the weak aura companion has the newer data, it will also prompt me to update this now. Right. And if there's multiple things to update, the next pop-up will just happen after the import is done. Right, and that's that. Basically, using this and the weak aura companion, you can like super easily keep all weak auras up to date for your raid, right? Just tell people, hey, run the weak aura companion, put whatever auras you're using in the whitelist or the raid weak auras, whatever you're using, and like it's kind of impossible to miss updates unless they happen mid raid, I guess. Then it's a bit weird. And there's the setup manager. Now this one doesn't have a proper UI yet. It's gonna be way more than this, but I wanted to get this in anyway, at least the minimum version. Basically, what this does is, let's show you one example. It look at the groups right now here. It automatically rearranges them like a thing that makes more sense, right? Like you have tanks first, then melee, then rangers, and then healers. It's like how you would pull most of the bosses, right? And the nice thing about this is it puts classes next to each other, like the same spec. It if you pull the boss on the next day and run this function, it does the same. Like they're all gonna be in the same order, which he does sometimes like do it for it to be a consistent. And this is like the thing that I call default here. So there's one for Mythic and one for Flex rating. Mythic just means it will take all the players in the first 4 groups, consider those, and Flex would be the first 6 groups, of course. And then there's a second version, which is a split, which is, I mean, I'm just showing you like the tests I did today. I just again look at the rate. It splits the rate in 2. Group 1 and 2 is 1 split, and then group 3 and 4 is 1 split. 1 tank each, healers, and it also, like it is very smart about class distribution, right? Like a monk on each side, a DH on each side, even a warrior if it's just for buffs, whatever, right? It just tries to do it as evenly as possible. And like think of like a boss like Cauldron or whatever, or maybe Nexus King in the next raid, right? This is where I would like to use this, and we have this as an option here now. This does require everyone to have the add-on, right? Like most of my features do that because that's just how it works. It needs to get the spec information from everyone. So when you click on this, it requests the spec information from everyone in the raid. Okay, those are those are all the add-on changes. If that's all you care about, that's fine. You can click off. I'm continuing a bit for some weak aura features I added to the new raid week hours. Now everything's gonna look a bit weird here because I have the new auras on retail, but that's fine. First of all is this assignment on node push weak aura. Now this one, whenever someone like a raid leader puts a new MRT node out, it will give you a text pop up where you're assigned to. Let's say on Lumitha, you are assigned to soak the first writhing wave in P2, right? And it's gonna tell you that as a pop up here, and it's gonna post in chat as well too. Like if you miss this pop up, you can read it up in chat. So always before the pull, you're gonna know where you are assigned. There are a lot of custom options to this. Like you can also do it on ready check if you want, but it's gonna get spammy, right? If you pull the boss a lot, so that's off by default. You can disable this printing in chat. I mean, this is probably just like for colorblind people, basically. Like I highlight some part of the text in green, like that's your actual assignment. You can change that color if you want. Right, then there is automated assigns, like some auras. Where the assignment doesn't matter too much, where I think like people in farm, they won't bother making a note, but you still want it assigned. It would be really annoying to make a note every week. So some auras will automatically assign a thing for you if you don't provide a note. And the problem here, of course, is I can't show you that assignment before you pull the boss. I can only show it when you actually pull. So it would pop up the moment you pull. Right. And this is the setting for that. You could disable that if you're annoyed by that or whatever. If you think it's fine, I just react mid pull and see if the weak hour tells me to soak or not. But I would suggest to keep this on usually. And if you really want, you can let the weak aura play a TTS sound, like when you get a new assignment, to like remind you, hey, I need to look at my screen right now to see the assignment and stop looking at my second monitor. Yeah, the version check weak aura, like it hasn't changed a lot, but I'm gonna be more I'm gonna be better at updating this. This is not the newest thing, but basically I can put in here what updates I made. Let's say someone has only this version, but most people have this version because they already updated. So the person who didn't update will see on their screen, hey, I'm missing the Soulbinder assign weak aura, right? And then you can decide, hey, do I need to actually update now, or are we on a different boss? Does it matter, right? Obviously, you're gonna get this every ready check, so it's probably gonna get annoying, and you want to update. But yeah, I think it's like nice so that people know what actually changed between updates. Like, obviously, again, this will only be assignment week or stuff. It won't be like the generic display stuff, like your debuff track or whatever, unless it's like some major overhaul before the last boss or whatever. Maybe we'll see. And then there's one more weak aura I want to mention. I have it linked on the Mana Forge page as well. This pace weak aura. I have an example of this from today as well. Yeah. Now you can see basically the weak aura has data of the boss's HP at certain breakpoints, and then throughout the fight it would tell you how far ahead or how far behind you are. Eventually we're gonna go into the red here, but data I entered didn't make much sense, but it was just a test here. Now the current data obviously is like from PTR and super outdated. Like make sure to update that week or when the bosses actually get killed. But just as examples from previous year, this was really nice, like on Maxi or Bandit to see, hey, are we on pace to skip this ad set to push him before the next phase and whatnot. Yeah, I just wanted to highlight that to maybe consider something you add to your weak auras you use. Yeah, eventually we go into the red. Like, yeah, the data made no sense that I added here, but yeah, get the idea. You can also customize, like, if you only want percentage, you can do that. If you only want to see the number, you can do that. Yeah. Okay, and that's all I have for today.